There's a little voice in your head, the one that shows up every single time you think about resigning from your shitty job, for example. I can't quit. That's not realistic. I'm just not ready. That, my friend, is the voice of realism. It tells you to stick to what feels safe and easy. In other words, your boring comfort zone. But what if I tell you there's a way to break through that voice? A way to completely shut it down? Well, let me introduce you to strategic delusion. Now, I know what you're thinking, I know how that sounds, but stay with me. Strategic delusion is believing in your idea before there's proof it will work. And you keep going until it becomes real. It's believing in yourself so strongly that you take the first step anyway, even when you're scared, even when everyone else is doubting you. In this video, we're going to explore why you feel paralyzed and how to break free from that paralysis. Let's dive in. So, how does realism show up? Chances are you've heard this voice of reason in your head many times. It feels so smart, like it's protecting you. And you listen to it because it sounds like common sense or wisdom. But that's not wisdom. That's fear wearing a mask. Our brain is wired to protect us. Every single time you try something out of the ordinary, it sends one signal: danger! And the fear you feel is an ancient DNA in all of us. Think about our ancestors, for example. Being afraid kept them alive. They needed it to survive because if they left the cave at night, for example, and took a wrong turn, they'd get attacked by a wild animal. If they ate the wrong plants, they'd get poisoned. So fear literally kept them alive. But here is the problem. The world has changed, but your nervous system has not. And the same ancient alarm still goes off when you think about starting that business you've been dreaming about, or leaving a bad relationship that has been draining you for years. But let's be honest, you're not about to be eaten, and I hope you're not going around eating wild plants in the jungle. The risk you're facing right now is if you venture into the world of the unknown, you might fail, you might get rejected, you may lose money, your ego may even be bruised a little. But that's it. What you need to remember is that your body will react like it's a life or death situation. It will treat discomfort like danger. So the question is, how do you free yourself from the shackles of fear? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's where strategic delusion comes in. Strategic delusion is different from madness and ignorance. It's having unwavering belief in yourself. It's a conscious choice to move even when all the signs say you should not. Think of it like driving your car at night. Your headlights only show you a few meters ahead. You can't see the full road, but you keep driving anyway because you trust that the road ahead continues. You're not driving with your eyes closed, you're driving with limited visibility and choosing to keep going anyway. That is strategic delusion, and I hope you'll remember that when you find yourself driving late at night. Let me show you how I recently applied strategic delusion in my own life. 2 years ago, I made a decision that made no sense on paper. I broke ground on a 7-figure construction project with only 20% of the budget. Now, some people viewed my actions as reckless and a risk to my organization. But I'm a dreamer, and those calling my actions reckless did not have the same conviction that I had. And honestly, the most realistic thing to do would have been to wait. Most people would have waited to feel ready, waited to have the full budget, waited for the conditions to be perfect. But I'm a different kind of a CEO, and I broke ground anyway. And the construction project began. And the moment I did that, the most amazing thing happened. Other people, including those who call my actions reckless, joined and started cheering me on. Strangers started offering me support. And what blew my mind is they weren't convinced by my logic or swayed by my brilliant business plan. They bought into my contagious self belief instead. And guess what? Funding started coming in. People believed enough to invest in my project. Doors that seemed locked suddenly opened. And what looked impossible on paper started becoming real. Today, that project, a beautiful 4-story education hub, serves hundreds of children and their families every single day. And none of it would have happened if I'd waited for the perfect moment. So, what are you waiting for? I have no doubt that somewhere in your life right now, there's something you've been putting off. You know that thing, that dream you've been talking yourself out of, the one that excites you and scares you at the same time. Go do it. Go do that thing. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Be delusional. You'll be in good company. And I promise you, you won't walk this journey alone. Your delusional self belief is contagious. Please, please, if you take away anything from this video, let it be this: the right moment does not exist. So let me ask you, my friend, what's the thing that you're going to do? Please tell me in the comment section below. Stay delusional, and I'll see you in the next one.